Alright guys, today we're going to do Aliens, the Deadliest of Species. Aliens, Predator, Deadliest Species, I mean. 5 of 12. I had a hard time to getting into this particular series. This one clicked for me. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So, we have Caryn Delacroix. She's been saving this female alien. Well, it's an alien, but it's a predator, right? And look at this, how big this creature is. Not only that, the art is freaking amazing. And then we have some, I don't know, Easter eggs, I guess. Batman, Wolverine, Solar Man of the Atom from Valiant Comics, maybe. It's not Cyclops, right? I'm not sure who this is. Right, maybe you can help me in the comments below, or not. But yeah, small, they always do that with aliens, right? You see that in the movies, there's some, when the Predator movie, you see some alien heads. So, you know, it's all a little bit connected, and it is more like a, goof, I guess. But, you know, the alien atmosphere is burning her throat. So the alien, who's basically very wounded, picks her up, gives her a mask so that she can breathe, right? But then, you know, losing consciousness while she's trying to save the Predator, right? And then she is, I know, finding some I know, clove, and it says Ash Purnell. So she's saying, hey, Ash, are you here? I got your friend, he is badly wounded. And then she's getting this image here on her screen, and it's called, I knew that, but I forgot what it's called. It's the Caduceus. Is that how you say it? Caduceus? And I believe that's some kind of an oath of healing, something like that. You know, don't quote me on that, but, you know, it's hospital, right? Healing, doctors. And then there's also a control panel with instructions written in pictographs. So probably by Ash. So it seems that Ash was on this spaceship, right? So she's throwing this guy in a pot, right? And she's telling herself that I almost wished I had one of these autodocs myself. But there's a lot less pain inside me than before, and no weakness to my movements, although my voice seems to have dropped an octave and gone all husky. In a sense, I'm not surprised. Toy built me well. Fundamentally, I'm as human as anyone, only I was shaped almost from the moment of conception by Montcalm's Delacroix master computer, called Toy, genetically engineered to be perfect, just like Toy himself. Only I'm not anymore. And then she is, I don't know, going through the spaceship while floating in space, and she's, you know, has a picture with the Predator's face, her quarters maybe, right? So I'm a trophy wife, she says, the ideal consort, designed for love, not war. Yet I handle this pulse rifle as though I've been doing it my entire life. And I scout the vessels with a combat trooper's battle honed skill. And then I like the shift in tone when it comes to colors. So this is more like a beige, yellow, white color scheme. Coming that to bed a little bit later. Only one of all the commandments shows a sign of being occupied. A human face, one that haunts my dreams. Ash Purnell? The room's neat, but it's obvious that no one been here in for ages. The clothes I find are military, and they're all too small for me. So she's, what's the word, contemplating? Is that how you say it? Right? Thinking, what brought you together, Ash? You and the Predator. When I think of her, it's natural to call her Big Mama. Are you two somehow related? Are we? Is that why I'm involved? One picture's obviously family. The resemblance is easy to see. The photo's old. The other stained with tears and blood. And then the color shifts to green. Like, I like that, you know? I mean, we have, I don't want to sound old, but, you know, when older comics, 90s comics, 80s comics, they did a lot, you know, with then maybe deep red, different shades of red, different shades of blue, different shades of green. It's happening here now. Well, so we have more green with black. Well, this is more white, yellowish, and other color as well, to set a tone. I like that, right? Like you are in a spaceship, and the spaceship's flickering lights, and then, right, like that. And so she pushes a button, and then now oxygen is flowing through the room, and then she has maybe a little bit of an internal crisis. You're very good, Ash, whoever the hell you are. First, you figure out how to fly this bucket, and then you come up with a way to pass along that information to whoever comes aboard. Doesn't matter if they doesn't speak your language. Doesn't even matter if they're illiterate. You made it simple enough for anyone to puzzle out. Only one problem, I'm afraid. Now that I'm blessed with all this knowledge, what the hell am I supposed to do with it? Right? Look at all these details, man. It's great. So she says, what is happening? You supplied explanation for just about everything else here. Why the bloody hell can't you answer me that? Leave me alone. Why can't you? I don't want this anymore. I don't care about you or your damn mystery. I just want to go home. And she's repeating that. And then a little bit later on, I don't know, near Earth Space Hardware Gateway Station. So we have here Medici. And this woman was burned alive in the last issue, and now she has, I know, short hair because, burning, right? And he says, hey, what are you doing in my room? And he says, I didn't mean to pry. I have your commission from Lucien. So Lucien is, the lover of Caryn Delacroix, right? He's looking for her. And so this Mariah, that's this woman's name, says, hey, what happened to you? I didn't thought we'd see you again. Truth to tell, neither did I. My designs built me better than they knew. I heal fast and very well. Biomax enhancements? You're a synthetic? Good gracious, no, nothing so clumsy. I'm a mix of nanotechnology and design and genes to optimize my abilities in my chosen profession. Among other things, a security chief needs to be able to withstand serious punishments. I mean, burning alive is a pretty substantial punishment, right? It's a very revolutionary process. Toy's doing an outgrowth of the work that went into creating the trophies. That's one talented computer. You don't sound convinced. Toy controls every aspect of life aboard the Skyliner. Everybody confirms that. Yet Caryn was able to effect the rescue of that creature without Toy sounding an alarm or taking the slightest effort to stop her. Heaven forbid, or forfend. Could it be that Toys isn't quite as perfect as advertised? You asked me, the humility might do him some good. But that he has some concern that, isn't it weird that he has control over everything, right? Liberté isn't a warship, Maria, and Toy isn't a battle network. Montcalm Delacroix is an entertainment conglomerate. That's a word that just spewed out without any hesitation. Basically, Toy's role in this is to help make movies, always assuming he isn't working on a surprise scenario all on his own. Impossible. For all his sophistication, Toy is still only a computer. He's limited by his core programming, if you say so. But then they've been interrupted by Shiro, who's Maria's companion, I guess. And it seems that this woman is assigned to this duo. And she said, hey, we only work alone, so you're not invited. But, it's been overruled by Delacroix, right? So like it or not, we are together and we need to find Caryn, right? But that's the mission. Meanwhile, this Skyliner Liberté is, leaving orbit. And then we have Willem here, who's sleeping. Willem is, again, the son of Delacroix, right? He has his own plans, but then he's been, get a visit from Professor Dematier. And said, what are you doing here? And why can't I move? Well, it seems that he is, he's paralyzed, and that's his doing, right? A minor and transitory inhibition of voluntary nervous system. You'll be up and around in no time. Until then, however, don't bother trying to move. You can't. So, and he asked him some questions, right? He says, hey, Professor, this isn't funny. Quite so. He says, dear boy, the fact that we are here, sharing your company in the flesh, so to speak, should be most eloquent testimony to the skill of your corporate security services. Not to mention your vaunted house computer, the ever ubiquitous Toy. He says, hey, why are you doing this? I thought we were friends. So he asked him some questions about, hey, where is the predator, the alien? It escaped. Caryn helped it. Your father's trophy wife? Hardly characteristic. Dear boy of the breed of the woman herself, perhaps the reason Lucien esteemed her so highly. Anyway, so he's continuing to ask him some questions, right? Speaking of Miss Salazar, the one that burned, he said what happened to her. He said, my father had an assignment for her. Dear Willem, what kind of fool do you take us for? We saw the tapes. It's a miracle she survived the initial explosion. She should have died right then and there. Yet now you insist that she's recovered sufficiently to galvanating off some adventure? A subject with such enhancements would have been invaluable to us. I didn't know she had them. So he said, things Ben has set in motion, and you have, your obligations to us, you have failed to fulfill them. And then he comes up with this, I forgot what this creature's called. Well, that it's coming from the egg, right? Inhabitor, incubator. I don't know. You know what I mean, right? This crawling thing. And he says, no, and it's all a dream because he says we are required a queen, right? So wants to punish him. So Toy comes in and he says, anything amiss, Willem? Scan the suit, Toy. Is there any signs of intruders? Not in the slightest. All herein as it should be. Shall I summon officers to securitate the conduct of further inspection? No, that won't be necessary. So he says it must be nightmares. It was only a dream, right? But speaking of dreams, so we have Caryn fighting the predator, training her, right? So he says, I cannot match her, not in raw strength. I figure I make up a difference with speed. And when that doesn't work, I try sneaky. Before I hit the floor, the chameleon field makes me functional invisible. At which point, I get the hell out of her way. And this looks good. Another set of tone of colors. We have the blues here, nighttime. And then we have, more red and orange, like you see here. I like this different of color spectrums. It sets a mood, it sets a tone, it sets a different kind of setting. And in that setting happens something, right? So again, they are training. She's training with the alien, and she says it's not enough. For a moment, I wonder if when she decides I'm more trouble than I'm worth. Not yet. I must be getting better. I never felt so tired or so sore. I didn't pull any punches until the end. My first mistake would have been my last. She's training me as she would one of her own. I'm not yet her equal. I love this costume, not, the bollocks, but, the boots, the design. I like this alien-esque design that we don't see much in comics anymore. And then, of course, this is happening when she looks in the mirror. Then that's the cue that she's, that this is a dream, probably, right? She says, I know I'm dead. I pray I won't hurt. And then the alien peels away her skin, and then we see, I don't know, the skin or the skeleton of an alien. Then the predator comes in. From the mutual reactions, these two are old enemies, like the mongoose and the cobra. I'm beyond caring, and my tail catches my friend in mid-lip. Mid-leap? Yeah. She may have been my friend, but this is my mother. She watches proudly as I slough the rest of my skin and embrace my true humanity. Great stuff. And then she wakes up, and it was all a dream, and she's crying. She says, what is happening to me? And then she get the notification that that you're reaching a space station with Starship Ellen Ripley, Ashpernal Commander. Interesting, right? It's only a nightmare, I tell myself. But so were my dreams of Ashpernal and her predator. So again, she's reaching a boiling point, doesn't know what to do. She's going to the alien, but it's still in the, coffin, healing. But she doesn't know that. Is she dead or is she healing? And then she's getting off the station. And I must say, this comic is filled with immersion. Now look at this, man. Everything is in here. It's full of immersion. So she's walking on this, spaceship. Everything, smoke, drunk people just standing there looking, doing their own, minding their own business. People working, smoke coming from pipes. Great. So she says to this girl, hey, I need a transcom signal to Earth, please. Can that be arranged? We are on occlusion. Only millisecond transcoms until the flash subside. I need a room then. You look like you need a drink more, sweetie. Hang in the lounge. Relax yourself. I call when everything is arranged. So this guy's getting a call from this woman Rocco, the looker in black leather, just walking through your door. Whatever she asked for, you serve her the special reserve. Hear what I'm saying? No limit. All right. And then she is drinking. I was mad. That's the only explanation. Perhaps I am. Merciful God, how I wish this was some virtual scenario, one of Toy's adventures. Here's your drink, ma'am. I do not belong here. What could have possessed me? I am what I am. Where's the shame in being a trophy? It never bothered me before now, and it won't ever be again. Another, please. That was good. I label this a benchmark moment. The end of misery. When I next wake, I'll be home and safe, and all will be right in the world. Well, not really. So the woman is talking to this guy called Nagel, and he says, what would you say to salvage access to a starship? I'm listening. Look at these details in this panel here with all this computer stuff and parts. It's in berth 27, ready and waiting to be stripped to the bare metal. The owner's in my lounge, 3 specials on the road to blissful oblivion. She's a trophy, Nagel, conferred by a full spectrum gene scan. You've done well, Kira, my darling. We put her on the circuit with the proper pred and price. You and me will be set for life. Nice. This is really nice. This hooks me in, right? This is everything. So finally we get something going in this comic. And I really, really like this. I like the art. I like the atmosphere and tone. We finally get some answers, but also not. Just snippets. I believe that Ash Pernell could be maybe her biological mother, or maybe that she is, how do you say, I don't know. Maybe she has DNA of this woman, and that's why the Predator thinks she is Ash Pernell. Who knows? Again, great stuff. Also, that she's coming back to life, going on missions to find Caryn. Yeah, overall, and this guy, whoever he is, and what his plan is, it's great stuff. And of course, we have the toy. Probably someone is tampering with his computers as well. Who knows? Maybe this is actually happening. And Toy tells him, hey, there's nothing wrong. Nothing happens. And it was all a dream. Or maybe it's not. That's the fun part, right? So overall, fantastic comic. I really like this issue. Guys, let me know in the comments below what you think about this. We're going to continue all 12 of them. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.